Hello and welcome to the Real on Real Estate radio show with your host, Dr. Karen Lewis, licensed real estate broker with K1 Realty Group. Join us every first and third Saturday at 11 a.m. on WMBM 1490 AM, where you get lots of news on real people, real problems, and real estate.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, WMBM listeners, whatever time you're listening to us. I am Dr. Karen Lewis, and thank you for joining us on the Real on Real Estate Radio. We are back. We know our voices needs to be heard now. We're dealing with real people, real solutions, and real estate. So we thank you so much for joining us. And our new time is 11 a.m. We were at 12 p.m., but we're at 11 a.m. now. So set your calendar, set your alarm clock, because we want you to hear us and we want your voice to be heard. And don't forget to check us out on all social media, K1 Realty Group. K1 Realty Group, and we are Facebook Live today as well. And with me, I have one of my agents with me, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, I'm glad you're here with me because I'll come out here by myself, Jacqueline. So Jacqueline, just tell them your name and your contact information.
Good morning. I am Jacqueline Williams with K1 Realty. I applaud Dr. Karen for having this show. She's awesome.
Woo, woo, woo!
If you need any real estate information, I can be reached at 770-256-1080, or you can reach me at Jacqueline Sales Homes. That's homes with a S at gmail.com. And I'm going to turn it back over to Karen now.
All right. And if you want to call in, don't forget you can call in and reach us 1-855-599-9626. 1-855-599-9626. Give us a call because I know you have a lot on your mind, just as we have a lot on our mind. And you can also listen on the 1490 AM, download the app, or listen live, or join us on Facebook. And also, my contact information is 954-248-9149. 954-248-9149. Definitely wanting to help you with your real estate needs, or if you have any questions, or you need just some basic information when it comes to real estate. I want to go into the market trends before we do start talking about all of what's going on. When I was looking at the numbers, I looked from April 2019 to April 2020, and I did a comparison. Well, we had closed sales in April 2019 in South Florida, 26,992 homes. 26,992 homes. And this April, just past 2020, we had 21,403, and you can see there's a drop in sales, and we all know why there's a drop. We also had dollar volume in 2019, $9.5 billion. In 2020, $7.8 billion. And the properties that were on sale, now just think of this right here. Just April 2019, we had 38,000 homes. And in April 2020, we had 24,000. And so that means that during this time now, we went down 27% of having properties on the market for sale. And I just want to tap into this right here. A lot of times people are asking, should they buy a house now, or are we going to see a foreclosure steps like we did some years ago? Just from my perspective, we're not going to plunge down like that. So one size does not fit all. So if you're interested in purchasing a house, if you're interested in selling a house, call a real estate agent. We would love for you to call K1 Realty Group, but if you don't and you choose to work with someone else, call them and have a conversation with them on what you should do, as opposed to saying, I'm going to wait till the market just drop. More than likely, we're not going to have the market drop like it did some years ago when we had that real estate crash. Okay? Before, I want to do the real estate question. I'm always ready to give. I'm a cheerful giver. So we have a real estate question. And this is the question, and this is for my Facebook audience as well, and this is for my listeners. So here's the number, 888-599-9626. And if you answer on Facebook, I can't read all the way over there and see your name, but you better throw a thumbs up or put a heart up if you answered the question. You also have to send me your name and your number and your email address. You can call in or you can put it on Facebook. So here's the question. The question is, name 3 personal documents that you need when you're trying to purchase a property. So let me say that again. Name 3 documents, items, personal documents, whatever you want to call it, that your lender says, I need you to get me this here so I can approve you for your loan. If you're on Facebook and you answer that question, now, one thing we have to do is to learn how to follow directions. Put a thumbs up or put a heart so that I can see you and I don't give $50 out twice because I'm only giving it out once, okay? So you can call in 888-599-9626. You have about 2 minutes. I want to give $50 away. That can help you a little bit. All right, so we'll see if anybody calls in.
Dr. Karen?
Yes.
Can I answer that?
Absolutely not. Thank you for reminding me. Disclaimer. None of my family. Okay. Do not call in if you're my family member or you're a real estate agent. Okay. That's the disclaimer. Those are the rules. Other than that, even if everybody's in your family, like most people have somebody in their family that's a real estate agent, you can ask them, but you only got about 30 more seconds now. And then your time is out. All right, Jacqueline, so you're telling us what's going on in our community. Lord.
Wow, guys. A lot's going on.
A lot.
COVID-19 is definitely going on. I've been in the house now for a couple months.
Wow.
It's been challenging. You know, you're in a tight situation with your family or family members. It can be very challenging. But I'm going to ask you how you're doing, Dr. Karen.
Wow, that is something we've all had to experience that. I mean, all of a sudden we're in our normal routine and then all of a sudden we're like life changed. What happened with me, Jacqueline, I started to reflect on everything that's been going on even in my life.
Yes.
What I did, actually, you know, I do believe all things work together for our good. So for me personally, I was able to spend more time with family. I was able to sit down and relax and not always be in that rat race because I'm always in that hustle mode. So I was able to do that. And what I wanted to do, make sure that I did as an individual, I wanted to make sure that I was able to maximize the time that I had. I didn't want to have that time where I actually did nothing because I'm always wanting to think. So I did a lot of reading. I did a lot of webinars. I'm about zoomed out, and I know if you're a business owner, you probably a professional on Zoom now. I had a chance to. I spent a lot of time with my family. I mean, my mom. I watched more movies than I've probably seen in all my life. I had to sit down, and my mom was with me some days, and she would like, "Come sit down with me and watch the movie. What are we watching today?" So I can even tell you about some television shows now. But I was able to do that, and one of the things I posted on my own personal Facebook page, I said, do not come out of COVID, and I hope you were one that followed through with this, that you learned a new hustle. I'm going to give a shout out to Cheryl Lewis. She was on Facebook, and she has a candle business, beautiful candles, and I just patronized her business. And she had a post, and she said that during COVID-19, I was able to show so many ladies how to do this business and to watch them grow and build their business. So I thought that was awesome. I mean, I see some people, building their business, learning different trades, learning new skills and so on. That's awesome. I mean, because we got to make the best out of a bad situation.
Yes.
But we also, too, Jacqueline, I talk. So if you want to interrupt, please do your hand like this right here or say something. So, because I'll talk the whole show.
Dr. Lewis will talk the whole show. So we're going to probably have to cut her off
Yeah,
at some
cut
point
me
so
off,
we can go
please.
into some other
Right.
stuff that's happening in the community.
Right before we go in there, let me just say something about
I'll
COVID.
let you say something
Okay,
else
see,
about
one
COVID.
more thing about COVID. We can't take it lightly, okay?
No, we can't.
We really can't take it lightly. I even heard the mayor this morning talking in Miami saying that the stats in June 5th, let's just talk about Miami-Dade. June 5th, it was 6.8. Going from June 5th to June 12th, it was 10.3, and that's an increase. And June 18 is 11%. So what is happening, we wanted to run back out there, Jacqueline, for going back into our normal. We have to understand and be wise and mature enough to know that we probably can't get back to our normal until maybe the end of the year. But one thing that he did say about business owners, he said that if you as a business owner, you're caught and you're not practicing social distancing, they are going to cut you, they're going to shut you down, and the only way that you can reopen is if you have to petition to the courts. So we want to be mindful. I know we want to run back out there,
Right.
but you really have to be careful and be cautious while we're dealing with this right here.
And that second wave it's here.
Okay.
The second wave is here.
You have to be careful and be mindful.
Yes.
Okay,
Do
Jacqueline
you have any
said.
statistics on the COVID before we go on? You just gave us something, but what about worldwide? Do you know anything that's going on worldwide? The numbers are really up.
I don't know worldwide. I did not. I don't remember the numbers, but I think in Florida, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's about 85,000 in Florida, and I know Miami-Dade. I don't have it. I did see it this morning, but I didn't bring the stats, Jacqueline.
Okay, that's fine. So let's talk about what's going on again in the community with social justice. What do we have going on there? Can you talk a little bit about what's going on with the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Rashad Brooks situation?
Well, wow, that's a lot going on. That's another lot going on. I don't want to get too much into that. I do know that when I hear all of what's going on, I applaud these young people because what they're saying to us baby boomers, you all are not doing enough. You all need to get out of the way and let us just go and make a difference. And they are out there and they're protesting. They're standing on the front line and they're doing their thing. And I applaud them and I love that too. And I see posts on Facebook, and this is one of the things that I always say to people. I'm not going to say what you should do or what you should not do, but always try to remember that you want to be a part of the solution. It's easy to get on Facebook and you can post about it. If you don't like President Trump, you can post about that. If you don't like this, you can post about that, and be mindful of what you post. But at the same time, we want to be part of the solution. We want our voices to be heard. We want to make a difference. We want to increase home ownership in our community. We want to support each other's business. I mean, that's where it starts. Really and truly, Jacqueline, you don't hurt a lot of people until you start tapping into their pockets. You know, protest, yes, you don't stop that. But most times it hurts when you tap into somebody's pocket, and then now they want to hear what you have to say, and then they might start, making some things and doing some things different. So just be mindful of that. And your first step, vote, V-O-T-E.
Yes.
If you do not vote, zip your lips. Just zip your lips, okay? That's the first thing that we all should do. I won't tell you who to vote for, even though I want to. I won't do that, but vote. Vote, vote, vote. We need your vote, and we have to stop believing that your vote does not count. My vote does not count, because it does count, and it can be that deal breaker.
Yes, it does. It does count.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, so that's all I have to say about that. And my prayers go out for George Floyd, Rashad Brooks, and Breonna Taylor, and everybody that's involved. My prayer goes out to everybody, when it comes to that situation, because they were, some unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah, we're all in this together. We are definitely all in this together.
Yes. So I shut up. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, guys, this is homeownership month. And with that being said, Karen did talk a little bit about what's going on as far as the numbers in real estate. But if you're having difficulties at this time with maybe making your mortgage, there are some solutions. Forbearance is one of those solutions. And with that being said, that can either reduce or limit your payment. And we have some awesome information. If you're interested in any of that information, feel free to give me a call. My number is 770-256-1080, and Dr. Karen's going to give you her number if you have any questions as well.
954-248-9149. 954-248-9149.
Awesome. Okay. Another thing, it's getting ready to be hurricane season. I'm going to pass this back over to Dr. Karen, and she can elaborate on that a little.
Okay, well, she gave me the mic, so I'm free to talk. I'm free. We just had Juneteenth yesterday. I am free.
Oh.
So
That was a good way to bring that one in.
yeah, we did have that, and I heard President Trump said he made Juneteenth popular. Well, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for doing that. Okay, we appreciate you for doing something. All righty. Well, let's go back to the mortgage forbearance. Let's talk numbers on that as well. Before COVID-19, we were at 1.4 million homeowners who were behind on their mortgage payments. And then as of today, we're at 4.66 million homeowners that are currently in forbearance. And not everybody went into the mortgage forbearance because they couldn't pay their mortgage. They were doing that just to be on the safe side because of the unknown. And that's what happened. Even though it is decreasing, well, let me back up. It is decreasing, so my numbers may not be right for 4.66 million. I think it was last month that it was 4.66, but we do notice a decrease in it.
Yes.
But they're going to keep that program just so that, people can prepare and be safe with that right there, and it helps. And I hear some people not wanting to do it because they're going to put their mortgage on the back end. And I say at this point, if you are in a financial situation, then consider, putting your mortgage on the back end, because it will help you and it will give you, you can breathe at the end of the day until we, get ourselves back in a better financial situation.
Yes.
And with COVID, one of the things that happened, none of us saw this coming like this right here. This major disaster, and this is all over the world. It has us, we should think as an individual, what happened from one month to the next month, were we in a better, how was our financial situation?
Yes.
And if we're living from paycheck to Monday, then it makes us say it's not only, hear about COVID-19, hear about what's going on all over the world. We have to do something for ourselves individually so that we can always be in a better financial position too.
Yes.
And Jacqueline, July 22nd, we're going to have a seminar on financial planning, and we'll give out further information, Jacqueline, as the shows continue. Maybe the next show you'll provide that information, Jacqueline.
Sounds great.
Because we want to get our money straight. Because some people, we thought we were going to get a check that Friday, or we thought we were going to get a check 2 weeks later, but then there's no checks and we didn't have anything. And it's no disrespect to none of us, but it makes us be mindful to say that, how can I put myself in a better situation so that this does not happen again? Because it caught all of us off guard, So we want to definitely be mindful of that. We want to make sure that we do have an emergency fund for at least 6 months so that we can carry ourselves,
Yes, that's very important. Very, very important. I heard some talk around town about Broward County and a name change. Can you elaborate on that a little?
Well, I heard that as well. They wanted to change the Broward County name due to how they came about the Broward County name. and they needed 1,000 signatures. As of Monday, they had 500 signatures. Not sure where it's at, but they are contemplating on doing a Broward name change. Though we'll have more details about it, or you'll probably hear about it on your local news. You made me think about something else, Jacqueline. You made me think about for the school year in Broward County, is that they're thinking about they are going to reopen the school August 19th for Broward County.
Wow.
They're going to reopen that, and they're going to, they have a different model. One of it is that they're going to have like staggering shifts where I think some students come in from 8 to 11 and the other ones come in from 12 to 5. I don't know the timing. And then there are some parents that, may not want their children in school.
Right.
So they're trying to accommodate it and make it where it works, but they want our kids to still learn at the same time. So they're trying to put, everything in order so that, there's a win-win situation and that we're all safe as well.
Yeah, and I think that's important because a lot of parents have to get back to work. And if they have to get back to work, then what are they going to do with the children? So that might be a solution that they have to do.
Here's another. It made me laugh. Wait, this is the funny part, Jacqueline. I'm sorry.
What's funny?
Wait, Jacqueline, I'm sorry. I know that when all of this started, the parents, they were not used to their children being home, and I always see posts on Facebook like, please go back to school, go back to school. Now you can appreciate those teachers out there.
Yes.
You better love teachers. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Yes.
We love you. And I know the parents love you even more. They even wanted, one of them said, can we drop our kids off at the teacher's house? But we do. We appreciate our teachers and we appreciate our healthcare workers. I mean, we appreciate everybody that's out there, our law enforcement, everybody that's out there that's really putting their lives up on the line, for us during this time that we're in.
Yeah, we're in some serious times, guys. So
In serious times,
Yes, wear masks. I mean, like who would ever thought that we would be wearing masks? Like some of the third world countries, we're actually wearing masks.
We're wearing masks, so get used to it. That's your norm right now. I know you can't breathe in, and I have to just move it on and off. But that's our norm, and we have to respect our norm.
Yes.
And we can't get around it. And in addition to that, it's hurricane season, so we cannot forget that. Yes. Imagine that. COVID-19, with the police brutality, racial injustice, and now hurricane is coming. We're in hurricane season, so we don't want to, forget that as well. So be mindful and make sure that you have a hurricane kit. Don't go and hog up the stores so other people can't get their things. Be mindful of that as well. But go get you a hurricane kit. We really can't take anything for granted at this point. That's what I would say.
And I think it's important that you have a plan also. You have to have a plan. I mean, you have to have an evacuation plan. Know your routes, know your area, know your community, know where you can go just in case you have to get out of the house right quick. Know FEMA numbers, know everything that you need to know. Know it now, guys, because, they're saying it's gearing up to be a really great season. We're hoping not, but just be prepared just in case.
Wow, I like that. I like Jacqueline said this here. She said, have a plan. Have a plan.
Yes.
And I took it a step further. You definitely want to have a plan. Most times, it doesn't. If it doesn't hit us at home, then we really don't think that we should have a plan, or it didn't really affect us like the next person who it actually happened to. And I heard one of the guys, Rashad Brooks' family said that I seen all the things that's going on in the world, but it didn't bother me until it hit home.
Yes.
So we have to have a plan in place, even with our lives. I didn't have a plan with my weight. I did gain. Who all did COVID weight gain?
Everybody. I think everybody had COVID weight gain.
I don't think my brother. I don't think him and his wife had a COVID weight gain. I did have a COVID weight gain, so have a plan. Have all types of plan in your lives, though. Okay, so make sure you do have a plan, and that's just part of our. If we want to have a successful way of living, have a plan,
Yes.
but definitely be mindful when it comes to hurricane. You want to be mindful. Make sure you have your water, your food, your battery. One of the things I read, they even said have a dust mask, but we got plenty of masks right now, so
Yes,
you don't
we
have to
do.
worry about that. Have a manual can opener. Who has a manual can? Well, I do. A manual
I do
can
as well.
opener. You do? Okay. So
Electric and manual, but I do just in case.
you ever use it? You ever use it?
I do. I actually like using my manual better than my electric because it's just faster. I don't have to worry about all of this click, click, click.
Okay.
I just,
Okay.
and I'm done.
And you're done. Okay. So maybe others will do it just the same. Tell us, okay, all right. So we got that, and we talked about the June 10th, though. So let's just talk a little bit about, the housing and how we're dealing with the market and how it's not our norm as a real estate agent. When sellers call us to sell their houses now, Jacqueline, I know you can attest to this, is that they don't want, people coming in their houses, touching things and wearing
Yes.
masks. So now some of the things that we're doing live open houses on camera on the
Yes.
videos, and we're doing that so people can see that. We're even having people close houses that have never even walked into the house.
Yes.
But as an agent, we're making sure that we have done all our homework, and that's important that you do all your homework, from providing the areas, the schools, do all types of recording in the area. It does not matter, but bring your buyer as much information that you can if they're not going in that house. And sellers, we're even with them when we list their houses, we're making sure that the buyer has on their mask and social distances. We have the sanitizers in there, the family or whoever is listing the house, that they're not in there when we bring buyers to show it. Sometimes we as an agent don't even go in. But I would personally, my group, we would go in just to make sure that everything is taken care of. We may tell the other agent to stay out, but allow that client to look freely in that house, though, just to minimize everybody being in that house at one time. And then when that buyer leaves on our seller's house, we go and make sure that everything is sanitized down, everything is in order.
Yes.
We all want to do everything that we can to make sure that it's a win-win situation for all parties when it comes to how we're working through our normal now. And again, it's going to be for a while. We're going to have that normal for some time. So don't try to go against the system. Let's all do what we have to do so that we can move forward and we can decrease our cases of COVID-19. I think, Jacqueline, if you want to say anything in closing, any takeaways for our audience, and give out your contact information, that is our time. We're about to end our show, but we're glad to be back, and you're going to hear so much from us because, again, our voices need to be heard, and we need to do everything that we can to make a difference.
And guys, people are still buying. So if you want to purchase a home or you need to sell your home, please contact myself or Dr. Karen. My contact number is 770-256-1080, or you can reach me by email, and that's Jacqueline Sales Homes with the S at gmail.com.
And I am Dr. Karen Lewis, licensed broker with K1 Realty Group. All our social media is K1 Realty Group. And my contact information is 954-248-9149. If you have any questions, give us a call. We have a lot of resources that can help you if you're in any kind of situation. I mean, well, not any kind of situation, but something when it comes to real estate.
Yes.
And Facebook Live, thank you all. Thank all my people on Facebook for listening to us, and all our WMBM listeners. And we will see you next time. We're here first and third Saturday of the month. Our new time is 11 a.m. Thank you for joining the Real on Real Estate Radio.